Alright, so as a lot of you know, I take a very long time to actually upload my videos, and I recorded this video quite a while back, and they have corrected their actions, Unity being they, and a lot of it is still a problem. I just want to say, you know, while Unity has reeled back a little bit on their decisions and stuff like that, I highly encourage you to go look at it. It's very little of a difference, honestly, and I still think that this video still qualifies. Alright, so, you know, I want to talk about this a little bit real quick. I do my typical morning wake up. I wake up and I just start looking at my phone and I look at what's happening in the world, right? And I came across this, and this infuriated me. Unity is now charging developers every time a game is installed. A lot of people are saying that it's because it's being only profitable, so like free-to-play games aren't applicable, so, you know, things like that. But I still don't care. Because at the end of the day, you're literally killing indie games. You're literally killing the creativity that is in this niche, this hobby, this, you know, world space of gaming. And it's like the one thing we have left to hold on to while everything else is falling apart. So, yeah, to an extent, I don't really care if, like, say, Call of Duty, for whatever reason, chooses to be on Unity and they have to be charged for every install. Okay, cool. I don't really care because, yeah, they have a lot of money. But still, it's a big cut. It's 20 cents per install. It's not... Doesn't sound like much, but when you start to think about how many people are downloading your game, you're looking at a lot of money.
Oh, and by the way, what the outcome of this is going to be is that you're going to have to buy more microtransactions in games, and games will be more monetized. It's either that, or the game is going to be smaller in scope and you're going to get less content, or it's going to cost more. Like, this cost will not just, the developers aren't just going to eat this cost. This is going to be pushed towards the consumer.
This guy's totally right. So there's plenty of articles on here. Welcome to my desktop. We have Unity's new per install pricing and reaches a new game development community. So for years, Unity Engine has been goodwill for developers large and small for royalty-free licensing structure. So if you follow down, you can see the graph, like chart thing, right? Runtime and revenue and install thresholds of games, and then basically the licensing. So like if you have Unity Plus or Unity Personal, it's 20 cents per install. If it's Unity Pro, it's less depending on what we're looking at here. And then Unity Enterprise is even less depending on what we're looking at here. And so, you know, it really comes down to the individual games and what's happening, how much money they're making, which subscription the developer has, whatever. Yeah, so when Unity CEO John said they were rolling out free personal tier in 2015, it meant it was free. It was free, and it was free, done and dusted. Now that is no longer the case, obviously, right? Right, so there's groups of gamers that are already liable to review bombing of games that they don't like, but theoretically could start install bombing, which is basically what people are saying. There's some people in the comments right now saying that, like, oh, I really hate this game, so I'm just gonna keep on installing and deleting and installing and deleting and installing this game over and over and over to get them to pay that 20 cent charge every fee. So they're saying it's possibly a one-time per device. I don't see that on this article, but someone did say that, and someone did mention that. I do want to look at that and see if that is real. But so basically what we're saying right now is everything's up in the air, right? Cult of the Lamb basically came out and said that we're deleting our game. Once you put that through, which is in January 1st of 2024, Cult of the Lamb has stepped forward and said, you know what? We have so many downloads, we have so many of these issues with what you're doing, we're gonna delete our game because of it. And so they basically coming out and saying that. And that's the problem here, is, yeah, you're gonna destroy a lot of games, and a lot of games are gonna have to be delisted because of this, because they have Unity built from them, right? And Unity was supposed to be a easy, accessible platform for you can make your games on. And now it's no longer that. Now it's like, oh my god, I'm attached to it. How do I get detached from it? You know what I'm saying? It's like a prison now. It's just flipped on its head instantly, and I hate it. I hate it so much. And the question now remains, what happens to all these games that are in development right now on Unity? They can always switch over, and then if they choose to do so, right? And that likely would probably happen. There's got to be a lot of rework depending on what engine they choose to move over to, and all that good stuff. I'm not a dev, so I wouldn't really know all that stuff, but I do know moving engines and rewriting code and things like that, it can be very tedious, right? The question also remains, the games that were already made from Unity are affected as well. So honestly, I think the best case scenario would be that Unity just comes back and says, sorry, we're not going to do this. But I don't think they're going to do that. Honestly, I don't know. Unless we give enough backlash to them, I don't think they're going to do that. But if that's not the case, would be that they only apply this to new games being made after that date, right? So if a game releases on Unity January 2nd of 2024, then it has that install fee. But if it's prior to January 1st, December 31st of 2023, then it doesn't have the install fee. That would be great. That would be best case scenario, honestly, because all these developers could be like, oh, okay, I can let go. This game that I have, that I put all my passion and effort into, doesn't have to be delisted, right? So anyway, I honestly, I could go on all day about this and talking about it, but I do want to talk about one last thing, and that is Silksong, right? Silksong was supposed to be on Unity, so what's happening with that, right? I mean, we're going to find out. We'll have to hear what they say, right? It's on, I believe, Unity. They could change it over to something else, and I believe they will. So here it is. Hollow Knight Silksong is developed with Unity, and the game is unlikely to be released before this plan goes into action of January 1st, 2024. And so people are saying that it's likely that the Silksong will be ported to another engine, adding years upon the dev time to the project. Others are just upset. Others are saying that possibly this could cancel the project. Etc. So it's all up in the air right now as to what they're gonna do. They're probably gonna have to come out and say something. They're probably trying to decide. I'm being frank with you. I honestly, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna wait it out and see if Unity changes their mind. It's probably gonna happen. Elden Ring also is going down that same road with the DLC that they're going for the what was it called? Shadow of Erdtree. Yeah. The one thing that I thought that we were, able to have, the gift of indie games, is being removed from us. At least from one engine. But what you have to understand that if one engine pushes it, the others might go follow suit, right? So like, while Unity might be 20 cents, without the subscription or whatever, you might come across with Unreal, right? Unreal might come alongside and be like, yeah, we agree with this, but we'll do 10 cents. You like, oh man, I can't. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's a good tweet that I agree with. This is just Betrayal. The whole Unity thing betrays every dev that tried out Unity and stuck with it. Every school teaching Unity, every studio built around Unity, every first dollar made through Unity, every studio hire for Unity devs, every Unity license bought. It's brutal. I wholeheartedly agree with this comment. It's so true. It betrays the concept of paying avoid royalties, yeah? Alright, so I just tweeted, indie games or indie games for that matter shouldn't have to go through this. This is corporate greed at its finest, and it's stealing everything from these devs who might have put their trust in Unity. And then I put hashtag fuck Unity. There you go. Oh man. I love this comment. It's impossible to unite the gaming community, but John Merceau found a way. Oh, man. Yeah. John Riccatello, I think is how you say his name. He was the former CEO of EA, and now he's the CEO of Unity. So you see where this goes, right? These people don't go away. They just move on to another thing that is ruined, and it just keeps going. People that think that there's not a lot of Unity games, likely you probably already played a Unity game, and I encourage you to look up just some games that you played in the past, and probably one of them is going to be from Unity. Yeah, it's no different than if I or someone else spent the money and paid for Adobe Premiere Pro, and then they come along and say, well, you paid us for the membership, but the videos you're uploading are getting views, and so I want to charge you for those views because people are consuming the media that you're making. What? It's like I'm already paying you. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know how this is like actually ethical. Like, I don't know how you can come across and like actually be like, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll put that one through. Like, that one makes, yeah, that was a good decision. Unity has become a prime example of how to ruin your company in a short few hours. And, I say, yeah, it's no better than that, honestly. It all stemmed from one hoopla from a dev and basically saying that, you know, he was gonna put out a game on Game Pass, and that still counts because it's free, but he can still make money off of that. And he was mentioning that he can actually, I'm gonna pull it up, hold on. Alright, so here it is. It just says, today Unity, the engine we use to make our games, announced that they'll soon be taking a fee from developers for every copy of the game installed over a certain threshold, regardless of how that copy was obtained. If these changes aren't rolled back, we'll be heavily considering abandoning our wealth of Unity expertise and, you know, starting from scratch in a new engine. So then Massive Monster, the people behind Cult of Lamb, came ahead and said the same thing. They're introducing a runtime fee, which is based on the game installs, which will result in significant delays, and we need to acquire an entirely new skill set. They're basically saying that we're going to have to work on getting into another engine. Landfall is another one that did it. We have used Divinity to develop all of our major titles, such as Totally Accurate, Battle Simulator, or Tabs, which just has been installed tens of millions of times throughout the years. You probably know it. It's a very popular game. Or Stick Fight. Anyway, you get the point. Rose City came ahead and said the same thing. I don't recall them. You got Mega Crit, which did Slay the Spire. You got a lot of companies coming ahead and just saying the same thing over and over and over again, which I think we should encourage more and more. Just keep it coming. They need to hear about this. If they find out that basically everybody that works on Unity that is making a game for them decides not to anymore, they'd be like, whoa, wait a minute, this might be a bad decision, right? So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, and stay tuned, everybody. Peace.